Today we're kicking off the full learning cycle, and it's a set of activities. We're focusing first on the ideas engine, but it is only one of the components and one of the activities that you'll be going through. So after the ideas engine, we'll be going into situation analysis. What does that actually mean? Well, you identified a challenge, and the challenge you want to tackle, to overcome, that is a barrier to making sure that every child, every adult is protected from vaccine-preventable diseases. Situation analysis is going to help you figure out, get a more complete understanding of your local situation, because before you decide what actions you're going to take to tackle your challenge, you first need to understand what is the situation where you work. And we'll be helping you through that process, and you'll be working with colleagues to do that, giving and receiving feedback as you work together on your challenges, but understanding your situations so much better that by the end of the process, you'll be ready to take actions. Now, after that, for some people, some participants will have planned to do a field visit. So that is an optional component. Not everyone is able to do that, but if you are, we'll be simply asking for your report of the field visit and sharing those field visit reports with everyone, with the community, so that we can learn from each other. What do we learn when we go actually see how things work, where they happen? After this situation analysis, an optional field visit, we'll be going into what we call the Action Plan Hackathon. So this is, again, a very exciting time when we'll be opening up the community again to newcomers. And what we'll do is for 2 days, we'll problem solve challenges. And then we'll spend the rest of the time mapping out the actions that each of us needs to make progress against your challenge. By the end of the Action Plan Hackathon, you will have a high-quality, peer-reviewed action plan mapping out what you will do and when. That's when the implementation can actually start. And we'll be running, this will be the second time we are running the Immunization Agenda 2030 Impact Accelerator. Of course, we'll be telling you a lot more about each component as we go, but this Impact Accelerator is a key moment. You bring together everything you have learned, everything you have analyzed, everything you have shared up to this point. You take your action plan, and every week you're going to be focusing on setting a goal. What am I going to have done by the end of the week? And what am I going to have done by the end of the month? It is a 4-week process, a short process, a launch pad, because if you build momentum in the right way during these 4 weeks, by the time you're done with the launch pad, you'll be on your way to implementation. You will have tested your action plan, revised it, adapted it, improved it, worked with colleagues, stakeholders, figured out resources, working on the clear timeline to actually achieve the results and implement in the way that you intended and in the ways that you have improved through the Impact Accelerator process. By that point, we'll be ready for another Teach to Reach Connect, our quarterly networking event. And once again, we'll be sharing successes, lessons learned, challenges from the movement for Immunization Agenda 2030. That brings us full circle in the cycle. And then by that point, we'll have potentially people from all over the world who've learned to work together, to trust each other, to support each other in tackling their challenges and supporting each other towards this common goal, the goals of Immunization Agenda 2030. I hope you'll be with us for the whole journey, but we also know that not everyone is going to make it. We know that some of you will need to take a break, and I want to tell you that that is fine. If you feel overwhelmed because of the daily exigencies of your work, if you feel overwhelmed because of what we're asking you to do in the full learning cycle and you need to take a break, that is acceptable. You will remain a full-fledged member of the movement for Immunization Agenda 2030. The only way to lose that is if you tell us, no, I'm no longer interested in helping progress towards the world's immunization goals. So we understand not everyone can be active every time, all the time, but we expect you to use this movement, use these activities to serve your needs, to make progress, to tackle your challenge, and contribute to the greater good. I hope this makes sense. I've laid it out quickly. We'll be explaining it in much more detail. And please connect with us if you have questions. If you're wondering how exactly it's going to work, let us know. We've set up all kinds of communication channels, and we look forward to the dialogue with you and to the dialogue that participants will have with each other. Once again, take care, and warm wishes as we set off on what is likely to be an amazing, an incredible journey, working in ways that we've never worked before, to do things we've never been able to do before. Take care.